Alright guys, in this course there are only two things that you absolutely have to buy. One of those is a domain name, and this is going to cost about $3 to $6, $7, $8, $9 each year, so not a very large investment. And you're going to need to buy hosting, and that's going to run anywhere from $3 a month to up to $9 or $10 a month. So very insignificant investment for creating an online presence. And we're going to use GoDaddy for our domain management and purchasing. So let's just go ahead and type in GoDaddy into Google, and let's just pull up GoDaddy.com. Now, right at the top, we can go ahead and search the domain names and find a domain name that we like, a domain name that's applicable to our business. And I'm sure excuse me, I'm sure a lot of you have thought about the domain name you may want. And if you haven't, well, I'm going to give you some pointers on some good practices. And my first pointer is only choose a .com. Don't go .us, don't go .biz or .org. Stick with the standard .com. The second pointer is make it easy to type. If it requires like a lot of attention to type correctly and it's hard to spell, people are going to lose focus easy. Another thing is make it easy to remember. If you tell someone and they go home and they're like, wait, what did he say? I can't really remember. Well, that can cost you business. And that leads me to my next point, which is keep the name as short as possible. It's easier to remember short domain names, and the shorter name you can get, I'd say, the better. And another pointer is try to not use hyphens or numbers or get weird with your domain. Keep it simple and let's use letters. So now that we have a couple ideas on how to pick out a domain, let's go ahead and search for a domain and actually buy one. The domain name I've selected is going to be yes-to-press.com. It's simple, it's easy to remember, it's somewhat quirky, and it's going to be a placeholder essentially for this website that we're going to be creating through WordPress. So my domain doesn't really apply to any business because it's not for a law firm or a bakery, whatever business you may be building a website for. So I'm just going to name it, or try to name it, yes-to-press.com. Let's search. And this is where you cross your fingers and hope your domain name is available. And yes-to-press.com is available. And I'm going to just select this. That's going to add it to my cart. And I'm going to go ahead and click continue to cart. And this is where GoDaddy will try to upsell you on some stuff. And we're just going to say no thanks to protect my personal information. Don't worry, we're not going to be doing anything that will put your personal information in jeopardy. So we'll say no thanks. Step 2, we have options here. We have an option to select a hosting provider plan. We're not going to be doing hosting with GoDaddy. We're going to be doing hosting elsewhere. So don't select any of those, and we can also add email to our domain. We're not going to be doing email through GoDaddy either, and I will show you guys how to set up your email accounts with your domain later on in this course. So let's just make sure we have all we need, and we're not going to select any of the extras, and let's just click continue to cart. Okay, so my total cart says $50. Well, that is not right. So let's see what they've added. Oh, it's the term is 5 years. It's trying to get me to buy the domain name for 5 years. I just want it for 1 year. For that, $9.99 is what it will cost me per year. So I'm going to keep my personal info public. And let's make sure we don't have any add-ons. We don't. We can see it's just this ICANN fee. And let's go ahead and I'm going to proceed to check out and buy this domain. And the website that we build throughout this course will be under yes-to-press.com. So are you a new customer or are you a returning customer? A lot of you are going to be new customers. So I want you to go ahead, click continue over here and fill out your information, enter your payment information, and go ahead and purchase the domain name that you have selected. Congratulations, you've just purchased a domain name. Now you will have gotten a confirmation email with some instructions on how to work with your domain. Don't worry about anything with the domain right now. We're going to come back to it a little bit later. But for now, go ahead and write down your GoDaddy login information, or make sure you have that saved somewhere. And I want you to go up to your browser, and we're going to type in www.acewebc, so acewebc.com. So acewebc.com -host, and hit enter. And now we're going to get set up with our hosting. And you'll see a HostGator.com website hosting image here, a really big link. So click the Gator, click anywhere in here. Just make sure you click this. We're going to get set up at HostGator with a discount. And I'll give you that referral code. So go ahead and select HostGator.com. And this is going to redirect us to HostGator. And HostGator is my preferred hosting platform. Oops, I apologize. They have great uptime. The price is great. When you sign up, you're going to get $100 worth of free Google AdWords. I think overall HostGator is by far the best, and in my professional opinion, I always recommend it to clients or people getting into web development or WordPress. So let's go ahead and come down here and click View Web Hosting Plans. All right, and we have three options here: the hatchling plan, baby plan, and business plan. Don't do the hatchling plan because that's going to limit you to one domain, and you may only need one domain. If you know 100% that you will never need another domain again, go ahead and get it. But we're going to want to use the baby plan and business plan because it's going to give us unlimited domains, unlimited disk space, and unlimited bandwidth. And they're not too pricey. Combined with our hosting and our domain name, our total investment to have an online presence is not going to be that much per year. I think it's totally worth it, and you'd be crazy to say it's not. So go ahead, select which plan you want to sign up for, whether it be baby plan or business plan. I'm going to go ahead, select business plan, and we can select how long we want it. The longer you do it, the bigger discount you're going to get. In this case, it's not a massive discount, about $1, almost $1, for 3 years from 6 months. And I'm just going to pay monthly and click order now. Okay, so it will then say please enter a domain, and HostGator wants you to register a new domain here, but we already own a domain, so we're going to say I already own this domain, and we're going to type in the domain that we just bought from GoDaddy, and mine is yes2press.com. And it's going to search. Okay, and then it's going to have some suggestions, what's available. It's going to try to get you to buy, yes2press.org and biz and info. We're not going to do that. And all of these sites are going to try to upsell you or side sell you on something. And then, confirm your hosting package. I'm going to do the business, and I'm going to do a 1-month billing cycle. And now we can choose a username, a security pin. I'm just going to do a username. Okay, and we can do a security pin, and I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have an option to enter all our billing information and our personal information. We're not going to select any of the hosting add-ons, so I'm going to deselect SiteLock, deselect guard code. I don't want any of that. And do you have a coupon code? Well, currently I have a coupon code in here that says BF 2014, so this is going to be Black Friday 2014. It's currently Black Friday deals are going on as I record. But I want you guys to use Udemy 10009. Udemy 1009 is going to get you a discount. I believe it's up to $9. And let's go ahead and validate this coupon code. Yeah, so the discount is $9 minus $9.94. Awesome. And our total due will be $5.01 for our first month of hosting. Doesn't seem too shabby. Let's go ahead and agree to this and then create our hosting account. Okay, so we now have a domain name. We have signed up for a hosting account at HostGator.com. And after you created your HostGator account, you'll have gotten an email. I want you to pull up that email, and that's going to have the link to your cPanel account. And your cPanel is where we'll manage everything for our hosting. So you're going to have a link. You'll also have a username and a password in that email. I want you to go ahead and enter that information now, and we're going to log into our cPanel. Okay, so now that we are in our cPanel, and I'm just going to click home, mine may look a little bit different than yours because you guys just signed up, whereas I have had an account for a while now. So this is our home, and we can get to our home page by just clicking in the top left up here. And the first thing I want to make sure you guys do is come down here, and we're just going to change our password. So you can click this link. Put your old password here. It may already be in here. If it's not, you have that password in that email you received from HostGator, and then just go ahead and type in a new password. Alright, and I'm not going to reset mine, but that just shows you how to do it. Enter both those and go ahead and change your password now. Change it to something that you're going to remember. And let's go back to our home tab. I apologize for my computer loading slowly. All right, so now we can manage our domain name and our hosting. So we need to move our domain into HostGator. Now you'll remember we bought it with GoDaddy. So I know you kept your information on how to log into GoDaddy, so let's open up a new tab. And we're going to just go to GoDaddy.com. Alrighty, and I just want you guys to log into your accounts. Mine is still logged in, but if not, up here on the right side of your screen, you'll see login. Go ahead, log in, pause the video if you need to, find your information, and log in. Alright, once you've done that, what we need to do to have our domain point to our HostGator account is pretty simple. We just need to come over here to domains, and I want to manage my domains. So I'm going to come down to manage my domains and select this button. Alright, and here we'll be able to view our domain names. You'll only have one domain here, the one you just purchased, but mine, yestothepress.com, that I purchased is right here, so I'm just going to hover over it and select it. And here we will see a list of some options to manage our domain. And we're not going to bother with anything else. Let's just go to the third item down, which is name servers. And we are going to be managing these and these alone. Now your name server will look something like ns05.domaincontrol.com, same as mine, but we're going to change those. And that means we need to first select manage, and we're going to change from standard to custom. Okay, and then from here let's come down to add name server. Okay, and then we can enter our own name server. Well, we need to get our name server, and we do that by going back to our HostGator.com control panel. And once you're back here, I want you to scroll all the way down. And in the bottom left, we're going to find some very important account information. Most importantly, our name servers. And you'll see that we have 2 name servers here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the first one. And let's go back to our domain details. And let's just paste that name server in here. And then we can go back to our control panel. I'm going to copy the second name server. And usually these are just one number apart. And we're going to come back in here and copy the second name server. And then we select OK. It's going to go ahead and validate that. And now we've entered our custom name servers. They should be NS with 4 numbers and then .hostgator.com. Let's go ahead and save this. And voila, your name servers are now set. We no longer need to do anything with GoDaddy. We're not going to be setting up our emails through GoDaddy. We'll be doing that through HostGator. Good job and congratulations. You just pointed your name servers to your hosting account, which a lot of people don't know how to do. But it's very, very simple, as you just saw. Alright guys, I want you to open up your HostGator control panel because it's time to install our WordPress site to our domain name. So once you've opened up your HostGator cPanel and you're on your home, let's go ahead and scroll down, and we're going to go all the way down to the second to last tab, Software and Services, and I want you to click Quick Install. Alright, and this is going to open up our quick install page, and this makes it really easy to install WordPress sites. So if you notice in the left side, we'll see blog software and we'll see WordPress. I just want you to go ahead and click this, and we're going to be able to install WordPress version 4.01. So this will automatically be the latest version. So go ahead, click continue, and it's going to say ask us to pull up our URL. Now you probably only have one domain name, and that's going to be the domain that we recently bought from GoDaddy. I need to select the yes2press.com domain name, which is right here. And perfect. And we're not going to add a slash anything, so leave this box empty. And go ahead and enter your email address. This is, make sure you use an email address that you access regularly, because right after we install this, it's going to send you an email with some login information. So go ahead, enter your email. Okay, and we'll give our blog a title. I'm just going to call mine Yes to Press. And you can change this later, so it doesn't really matter. And then our username, and I'm just going to I'm going to say admin for now, and then go ahead and enter your first and last name. Okay, and let's go ahead and install this. It shouldn't take long. It should take just about a couple of seconds. And congratulations, our installation is ready. Awesome. So we have a link here, and we have a username of admin, or whatever you created your username as, and then a password. Well, before we click anything, go ahead and copy this password. Make sure you copy that, and let's go ahead and click yes2press.com-wp admin. This is going to take us to our WordPress login. So I'm going to click that link, and you'll see a screen like this, our WordPress admin. And whatever your domain name is, if you type in your domain name and type -wp -login, you'll be able to get to this screen. So let's go ahead and enter our username. Mine is admin, and that password that we just pasted. So go ahead, or we just copied, go ahead and paste that password. And don't select remember me, because the first thing we're going to do is change that password. So let's log in. Okay, and before we do anything, I always do this, and it's a good practice to do this, come down to users, and then after this we'll explore WordPress a little bit. So users, your profile, and just select your profile. scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says new password and go ahead and enter your new password. Because you're not going to be able to remember that one that they automatically assigned. There we go. My password's weak, but that's okay for me. Alright, and our password is updated. Now if you come up to the very top, you'll see the name of your website. And if you hover over this, we can visit site. Go ahead and visit site, and there you go. YesToPress.com has a Hello World post and is an actual website that is up on the internet. Very, very cool, and you've just installed your first WordPress website. Congratulations.